So we always had this close relationship. I didn't have like a strong relationship with my father. So he was kind of the father figure in my life. So I was trying to imitate him and copy like his styles. That's why I started playing the guitar, because he inspired me. He left to Ecuador. So I just wanted, as a way of missing him, like trying to play the guitar, so I learned it.
Do you remember when you actually played together for the first time?
Of course.
Yeah.
What was it like?
I mean, it was an incredible moment. He came up with that idea and he told me, hey, something is missing in that song. And why don't you try to play something over it? And I listened to it and I just started to play, and he was like, that's exactly what was missing. And so at that moment we felt like how our music and how we as brothers, we have this connection. It was beautiful. And at that moment his roommate came into the room and he asked, hey, that's incredible, which band is that? And we were like, it's just us playing. And he's like, no, you should be a band, you should record. That was like the starting point of Hermanos Gutiérrez. It's beautiful now to know that, he looked up to me, and I always tried to be a good brother, and it's beautiful that we could start to do the music together. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's an honor to be here.
Yeah, thank you.
Oh, of course. I'm happy to have you.
And to talk about family. I mean, this is what it is, right?
Yeah.
It's a family project here.
Exactly.
Right in front of you.
Is it even a viable question to ask, how did it start? Or did it start the band, the music? Or did it start the moment you were born?
I mean, yeah, I think it started for sure the moment that I was born, he was born. And being
what's the difference in age?
8 years.
8 years?
Yeah, he's 8 years older.
Mm-hmm.
And so we always had this close relationship. I didn't have like a strong relationship with my father. So he was kind of the father figure in my life.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. And so I was trying to imitate him and copy like his styles. That's why I started playing the guitar, because he inspired me. He left to Ecuador. So I just wanted, as a way of missing him, like trying to play the guitar. So I learned it, and I moved to Zurich.
Right.
And as a way of reconnecting, I just asked him, like, why don't you come over and we hang out?
Mm-hmm.
And I had an idea, and I wanted to show him something that I was playing on the guitar, and he just had this amazing melody in that moment, and we instantly felt like, oh wow, this is beautiful. And
right, so that's a really powerful thing. So you didn't grow up playing together. It wasn't from
no,
childhood.
No. He was like really setting the vibe, because he learned the guitar, like the classic guitar, the milongas, the Argentinian music, and we were all in awe, like seeing him at home.
So the older brother who
of course, yeah. And our mom always got so emotional seeing him, because he played like the melancholic songs. Mm-hmm. And that was beautiful to witness.
Right.
Yeah.
And so then, do you remember when you actually played together for the first time?
Of course.
Yeah.
What was it like?
I mean, it was an incredible moment, because we felt, I mean, he came up with that idea and he told me, hey, something is missing in that song. And why don't you try to play something over it? And I listened to it and I just started to play, and he was like, that's exactly what was missing. And so at that moment we felt like how our music and how we as brothers, we have this connection. It was beautiful. And at that moment his roommate came into the room and he asked, hey, that's incredible, which band is that? And we were like, it's just us playing. And he's like, no, you should be a band, you should record. And we were like, it was like, I don't know. But then that was like the starting point of Hermanos Gutiérrez. And I'm a huge salsa fan. And there's one band from the 70s called Hermanos Lebron. They're 5 brothers.
Oh, right.
And they were always a big inspiration. I was like, wow, they're just 5 brothers and they can do music together. I mean, that's so cool. So when we started to think about the band name, it was instantly, okay, we're Hermanos and our mother's name is Gutiérrez.
Yeah.
So it was, we didn't try to came up with something. It was just, that's us.
So it's interesting, because it took a long time, but then it happened extremely naturally and quickly.
Exactly.
It's almost like that it had all been there. You just needed to decide to make it happen.
I mean, we just love the idea of having an own vinyl, because it's such a strong format. You know, you can pass it on, like future generations. You can find it in a thrift store, and it's amazing. So we had ideas, and we went to Berlin and recorded it, and And it just started as a side project. And but people came over and like, oh, this is beautiful. And we just started very small in Zurich and played at shows and bars. And somehow, I don't know, it got spread. Like, especially during the pandemic, it was crazy. Like, people from all over the world like listen to our music, so unexpected.
And it sounds like quickly.
Yeah.
And also, what I remember is that sometimes at the beginning, I mean, we played also in restaurants and nobody really listened and we were in the background. But we always had somebody come up and say, hey, you touched my soul and it's beautiful what you do. And so we never had like the goal, we wanted to make it but we wanted to make it, we wanted to play and create music and record it and just to do what we feel. So that's beautiful that now we're here at this point.
Right.
And yeah. We're grateful for that.
Yeah, that's the thing I think a lot of people don't realize, but hopefully it goes well, but really you just do what you want to do because you want to do it. And even just that alone can resonate with people because you're not trying to make it. You're just playing the music that you want to play,
exactly,
and hopefully people feel it. Sounds like they did.
Yeah.
What so 8-year difference. So what were your relationships like with your parents, and how are they different?
So first of all, we're 4 brothers.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and he's the youngest, I'm the oldest.
So there's 2 in between.
Exactly, but I always had the connection to him. I don't know why. I changed his diapers. I mean, I was 10, he was 2, and I sometimes remember that, and it's beautiful how...
I don't remember.
No, but it's beautiful to hear how he says that I was like a bit of the father figure, because I never realized that.
You didn't feel like that when you're still a kid, so yeah.
I mean, I was 10, maybe 12, and it's beautiful now to know that, he looked up to me, and I always tried to be a good brother, and it's beautiful that we could start to do the music together. Yeah. No, I'm really grateful for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think it was different. Like, our mom is from Ecuador, and there's like an all different cultural aspect to how she sees relationship, and she's always being that warm side of the family. Like, she's so caring and like 100% present. Like, she tried to be at every event of their kids, you know.
Wow.
Our father was not like that, which is okay too. And it's just a different way of having these relationships. And I think we're both grateful for having both experiences because they made us who we are right now. You know? Like, so I think in every absence of not having a relationship with your father, there's a big chance to make something out of it, you know. And I think now I'm at peace with my father, and he's a human too. So I'm just trying to enjoy the moments that we have.
Yeah.
You know.
My uncle, my mother's younger brother, who's 20 years older than me, so he was 20 when I was born. My mother is 22, but he's my father figure. He's the person who got me into music, who bought me a drum set when I was 2, who took me to concerts. And so it's in sort of a similar way. On paper, there are people who'll be like, wow, young single mother, no father in the picture, what a hard childhood. And I was like, I had an incredible childhood. I had a really caring, loving mother who was there every second of the time and supportive, and this amazing uncle who was a father, basically. It was really great. I had 2 great parents. Yeah.
That's awesome.
How far back in your lineage can you go? Do you know much about ancestors or even grandparents or anything?
Yeah, our father's grandparents were from Germany, and also, I think it's called Liechtenstein.
Oh yeah, small country.
Yeah, very small.
I drove through it once in like half an hour. Yeah.
And our given name is HOTZ, HOTZ, which is like a region in Germany. And our mother's side, the grandparents were from Peru and Ecuador.
Wow.
So it's pretty wild.
Pretty wide.
Especially that Peruvian side that we kind of feel now also with the new album that we have. We were trying to get more into that culture, which is pretty amazing. Yeah.
Did you ever know or meet your grandparents on either side?
We did.
Yeah.
Our grandparent, father, Luis Alfredo, our mother's father, was like a role model in every aspect. He was like that gentleman, and I learned so much from him. Like, you have to be punctual, a word is a word, and I'm realizing that my father was always there, and I had always a good relationship, but the one that I really looked up to was my grandfather.
I think the beautiful thing about our grandfather was that he was such an emotional man. Like he was, he didn't hold back his emotions. Like even listening to music, he showed us this amazing singer Julio Jaramillo. Like he's from the 50s and he's famous for boleros. And he was listening to music and he started crying. You know, like,
wow.
And that was so
Just
powerful
listening.
just to witness that in
As
front
kids,
of him.
you saw that.
Yeah, because usually your fathers, they're like, they pretend to be strong, you know, like they want to be that figure. And he was just like getting emotional. And we never thought it was weakness. No, it was beautiful.
Yeah.
You know, so I think all these moments, they're somehow in our music. And we try to really capture that and share it with the world.
Yeah. Did your grandfather play music? I mean, he played your records, but was he a musician?
No, he never listened to our music, actually.
Oh, really?
I mean, I think he is, of course, from above,
but not a musician.
No.
And is your father a musician?
No.
And mother?
No one.
Grandmother?
Nobody. You know.
Where did it come from? It started with you. It sounds like it.
Maybe it's me. And but the funny story is that my father was the one who wanted me to play the guitar. And he was the one who said, he bought me a guitar. No, he had an old guitar and he gave it to me and said, I want you to play the guitar. And so I started at 8 to play this classical songs. But it was my guitar teacher who came up with, hey, let's play this Argentinian folk music, which immediately touched my soul. And I always played just this finger-picking, sad, melancholic music. And I think it did something to me because it was like my way to express my feelings with the guitar. Yeah, that was beautiful.
Yeah. What was it like, especially as kids growing up, sort of coming from or being part of two different cultures, at least two that I know of? Did you ever feel like you didn't fit in or like your family was different or anything like that?
I mean, I speak for myself. I always felt lost. I was not either part of this culture or the other.
Right.
And it makes you appreciate like both sides, but like really that feeling of belonging to a culture that was not really there. But that's why maybe I love to travel. I love to adapt myself to different settings and surroundings, which is cool. So yeah, I think it made me curious. You know, what's out there and what is here, going back home, appreciate it so you can go again out. And so, I think it was a good mixture.
Yeah. I think that it's love and hate at the same time because being in Switzerland, I always had that feeling of, I want to see more, I want to go to Ecuador because it's so different, like two worlds, you know. And being in Ecuador, that's why I also moved there for a year because I thought, I think I want to live there. But after a year, I felt like, I think I need to go back. And even now it's like, I love to be in Switzerland, but then I also have the feeling, I think now it's time to go again. But then when I'm on tour, I feel like I need to go home, which is for sure Switzerland. Even though it's so boring and like so structured but it's my home where I was born and I grew up and I have my kids in Switzerland. So it's always gonna be home, which is also a nice feeling. But yeah, I felt the same that he said, like being lost sometimes and not knowing where, but it makes you also curious about exploring more.
Right.
Yeah.
Which you're doing a lot now.
Exactly.
Yeah. Have you experienced much grief or loss in your family?
Yeah, I think the loss of our grandfather was because he was the roof.
Yeah.
Kind of a rooftop. And that was for me kind of a traumatic experience because we went there to see him for the last time, knowing that he's probably going to die. So that was powerful and, of course, sad.
What is family to you?
Family is like the strongest bond that you can have from nature on. I mean, yeah, to know that you have a brother that is your blood is like, it's crazy. And also like parents and like, I think growing up and me becoming a dad changed something, you know. And like I see my kids and I see they as siblings, and I'm trying to make sure that, because I also I have a sister that is younger, like she's the second one, and sometimes I think I was not the best brother, and so that's what I tried to do with my son. He's the older, because I think I could have done better when I was the older brother, with my sister especially.
Right.
So seeing them, it's beautiful how they care and how they love each other. And that's a gift, which I learned from my past me.
Sounds like you did take great care of your brother.
Yeah, but it's like we're four. So I think, honestly, I cared more about him because I always felt this connection. And that's why growing up, also with the other brother, I kind of realized I didn't care on all of them the same. But now I'm like realizing, and now you can still like change.
Right.
And we're not, the connection is just not that strong as we have. We don't have a bad relationship, not at all.
Right.
We talk, but it's not the same as we're like connected.
This is just unique and special.
This is really special. Yeah, and we never planned on that, like doing music or like also we have the same interests and we like to travel and we're a good team traveling together. We travel so much.
Yeah.
And it's a big gift. And sometimes you forget about that. It's so natural and it's so, it is what it is. But I started to learn to appreciate it more.
What is family to you?
Oh man, I don't know. I think it's so many things at the same time. It's a reflection of life. It's like the past and the future coming all together. I just read like a crazy meme on Instagram, like ancestral mathematics, like how many families, like, and it needed, so I was born. You know, it goes back like.
Oh wow, yeah.
It took like 19 generations or even more over the last 400 years. So I was, you know, it's like.
Right, like thousands of people.
Yes, I'm not sure if I'm reposting that correct, but it was like, I read it and I was like, wow, you know, like this is crazy. And I don't know, it's mostly about connection. It's. And relationships, I mean, we have such a special connection here, being on the road together. It's not always been easy, sometimes so beautiful, but like we're growing and learning from each other. And the beautiful thing is like, what's next? I mean, we were seeing his son, Luis, playing the guitar on a concert, you know, and that was so beautiful to see that he maybe saw us doing the same on stage. And now he's like, trying to be the same. No, he has this inspiration, you know, and that's so powerful if we can pass that on to future generations and live like that forever.
Yeah.
I don't know, that's so beautiful to me, and so grateful
That's
to
incredible.
be part of.
How old is your son?
8 and my daughter is 6.
Wow, he's playing guitar.
My whole family was there, and the moment he saw us, I think he felt like being on stage like we do. And so it was so tender to watch him, and even when they started to play, because when we're on stage, we also kind of groove and move a bit. And I know him, because at home, he never like played like this. And I know as soon as he got on stage and he started to groove, it was like, I was so proud.
This is what you do when you're on stage?
Yeah, we kind of groove with the music, and I saw him, I told him, hey, did you see that? It was so cute. Yeah.
And he had all denim, he had like a little bolo tie, like he was a copy of my brother. That's so beautiful to see that in that moment that they look up and we have that power, you know, to inspire them in that way.